Hello, everyone, and welcome to Toku Portal Podcast. I am Ryan. With me is
Decade. And today we're talking about Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger episode 26.
sorry for the late start today.
Yep, life happens. But anyways, we have Kanalo taking a walk. He spots this crying lady, so of course he's gonna make his move. But another young man approaches her and makes kind of a silly joke to make her laugh before approaching Kanalo. And he says he's been looking for him. And then we get the opening. Any thoughts?
Uh, I love the music that they play whenever Kanalo sees a woman. Uh, and the guy. What's his name?
Nada.
Nada. Yeah. He was pretty good thinking on his feet like that.
Yeah, he was actually somewhat smooth, unlike Carlo. But he wasn't even trying to flirt with her. He's just generally a good guy. But anyways, after the opening, the young guy introduces himself to the others as Nara. He was a former disciple of Master Red, but he wasn't able to become the Red Ryusoulger. Then they're interrupted by Monosaur rampaging. The brothers are fighting it. Basically, it has eyes all over its body, so it can read their attacks. And blinding it doesn't work because it has eyes on its back. And the Monosaur's little ability is that it can basically make people go berserk and take away their kindness.
So like any greed or selfish desires they have within them, like there's nothing holding them back anymore. And so a bunch of people just start arguing with each other because they don't feel any reason to like not point out those things that irritate them about each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, surprise, Nada is one of Master Red's pupils and not like the same like the student to like whoever the Master of Black and Green were.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it would go that way, but it didn't. Pretty interesting. So yeah, the Rangers still change, fight. Nada actually rushes in with his little sword, but of course he's no match. Then the Minosaur charges up its beam, and Red blocks it with his body, which sucks out his kindness. And then we get a pretty hardcore scene of him just not giving a damn. Yeah, powering up with Meta Meta Soul and demolishing some grunts and even attacking the others when they get within a close proximity of him. And he even hits Gold with some fire slashes. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. What did you think?
Uh, so the Nada rushing in with his own sword was cool to see because you see like his own unique fighting style a little bit. Uh, the general the general like way that Black and Green go about trying to get around the monster is pretty cool. And then Ko getting hit and going berserk is a great sight because it is like the complete opposite to what we know of him as a character. Like he goes straight for his strongest form in like in terms of like raw power and just starts ruthlessly beating on everyone, friend or foe. Like nothing stands in his way. There's no strategy involved in this. This is just a beatdown. To the point where, like, Creon actually gets scared and takes the Minosaur and bails.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Um, so yeah, then we get a little bit of backstory. So Ko finally cools off at Ui's and just walks away. So Melto tells Asuna to follow. Bamba recognizes Nada, and he's kind of suspicious of why he suddenly decided to reappear after all this time of leaving the village. Um, and yeah, Nada just kind of changes the subject and thinks it's Ko's behavior was pretty weird. Like, just because your kindness gets taken away, do you really have to get that violent? And Milto and Flash Ko, as a child, when he was training, was actually pretty messed up and violent and
Fucking
competitive.
brutal.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore on some older kids with the stick. Um, but instead of Master, it wasn't Master who kind of trained that out of him. It was actually, from Melto's perspective, Asuna being brought to the village and him kind of, I don't know, acting as an older brother figure, sort of.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling too. It's like he's pretty much treating her like a younger sister, like helping her out and such.
Yep. So we cut to Ko, and he's pretty depressed because of how he's acting. And Asuna, of course, just tries to kind of change the subject and cheer him up. It's a pretty good interaction, but yeah, Ko is just disappointed in himself and walks away.
Yeah, the well, we were speculating last week on what was gonna happen. None of that was true. Like we were so far
Yeah,
off. Nada is like so far. Nada has proven himself to be an actual like real cool guy, and is not out to like take Ko's place or anything.
yeah. Um, but yeah, so Asuna just goes and tells the others about Ko. Then Kanalo spots the crying lady, and of course she's Minosaur host. And then we get kind of a weird exchange, like Crayon and the Minosaur show up, and Kanalo thinks they're attacking her to make her so she makes more negative energy. But then Crayon says, no, that's not what they're trying to do. So I'm sure we'll get that explanation of what this Minosaur's deal is and what her deal is next episode. But this was more about Ko.
Right? Because that plot doesn't get resolved. Also, I just love that like after Asuna fails to talk to Ko, like she goes back to the other and is like, I tried inviting him to play hide and seek, but he sulked off instead. And after like a minute of like, oh man, I hope he's okay. Wait, why did you invite him to play hide and seek?
Yeah. Also, no, didn't handle the situation too well. Or didn't explain it too well. Bomba's like, I
Right?
feel like we missed a significant
Yeah,
part of that
like
sentence. That's
something's missing here.
yeah. So Nada, with his thick accent or dialect, whatever, he goes and confronts Ko and basically says that Master told him that strength isn't what makes a Ryusoulger. It's kindness, basically. Protecting the ones that you care about. And Ko, of course, thinks that. But Nara basically encourages him that he can find his own kindness again, since he did it once before. Pretty deep stuff. pretty good background music.
Like a very wholesome scene. This show is really good with the slice of life stuff, even if the comedy doesn't always land.
Yeah, Nara was a pretty great in that scene. Um, so yeah, the Minosaur and Waizaru are actually Waizaru's actually helping helping fight, and yeah, the other Rangers are getting their asses kicked. Then Ko shows up. Basically, he's found his kindness again. Uh, more flashbacks with Master telling him kindness is something you get when you find someone close to you and you think of that person. So Ko, thinking of all the others, yeah, he's back. And Ryusoul changes, fights, awesome fight. But at the end of the fight, Guy Sorg shows up and kicks their asses. Yeah, any thoughts?
Like, so Ko revealing that, like, oh, hey, it wasn't Asuna who changed him. It was Melto because Melto showed him what it means to be a friend. And, like, that just means that, like, when Ko saw them getting along, he liked it. Like, he saw that and wanted to change to become that. Become someone's friend. So just seeing that alone was great. And like I just immediately thought like this guy deserves to be read. We also got to see Kagayaki's soul or Shine Raptor's soul by itself, so they can be separated. So Kanalo could keep shooting black holes, you know, Toei, kind of the coolest thing he ever did. Might not want to take his best power up away from him. And unlike Shadow Raptor, who destroys things, like he co-used Shine Raptor to restore the others. Uh, Great fight build up to the way it escalates with all them like working together to take on Waizaru, and up to the point where they like do the shine technique to like blind the monster, and Kriana's just complaining about how bright it is. Waizaru tips his hat up to see. Oh, I love it.
That
Waizaru
was
is
great.
Waizaru is the best character,
Like, what's going on? It is right.
and Ko once again shows that like, hey, they could beat Waizaru anytime. He's just a coward who keeps running away. And like I thought about it with Kronos from Xaid, where like, hey, the hero, like everyone kept beating Kronos, but there kept being reasons why, like, oh, he's not defeated yet. But that was basically because Kronos just kept cheating. Waizaru doesn't get defeated because he literally runs away before the fight finishes because he's a fucking coward. That is the difference, and that's why I love Waizaru as a villain in this more lighthearted series. Also, random guy Sorg out of nowhere. What the fuck is this guy's deal? But I do love the way he interrupts their. I do love the way he interrupts their finisher when they're about to like end it, and just comes in and wrecks them all when they're at their peak.
A guy Sorg who knows what he's doing. Like, damn, he totally wrecked all of them. No contest. But of course, he didn't kill them. Just had some fun with disappeared. And of course, Waizaru is afraid of, because they didn't call him either. He just showed up. But yeah, it's actually after the fight when Ko kind of clarifies that he was inspired by Mato
Right.
being kind to Asuna, and it's pretty sweet. Yeah, definitely read worthy development fit
And,
into one episode.
and so, like, the plot involving that girl that the Mind Sword was birthed from, that's unresolved. Like, we don't even know why they targeted her. Uh, is not a Guy Sorg, like, probably not, but, you know, I haven't seen Nada and Guy Sorg in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Um, but yeah, the three knights and Nara are back at Ui's. Ui's dad comes back from a little trip he took, but he didn't find any fossils. However, Nara recognizes the map and lines it up with his own ancient looking map.
His own parchment that he fucking
Yeah.
stole when he abandoned the tribe. And that's something that I forgot about, actually, until just now. When he failed to become a Ryusoulger, he just fucking ran away.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was introduced to, I was thinking, hey, their tribe wasn't destroyed just because, like, their masters were killed. These three just left to go fight the Druidons. Their tribe should still exist, right? Why are there so many people who left the tribe? I thought they were supposed to be secluded. And then I find out, oh, Nada just fucking abandoned. What a hero.
Yeah, he's a dropout. But yeah, from the maps, he can tell that there's probably an undiscovered Kishiryu in that location. And we get a little shot of it in the cave. And in the preview, we get to see it combined with Kishiryu. Episode end.
So, that Kishiryu, uh, it is basically a dinosaur version of a kangaroo. Like, whatever kangaroos evolved from dinosaurs, like, that's what that is. Uh, and so, it is actually two Kishiryu in one, because you have the mother, and then you have the Joey that it carries in its pouch.
Mm.
And the Joey is voiced by Gokai Yellow slash Washi Pink.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Just gotta keep her around as long as possible.
You gotta keep her around as long as possible.
Well, that'll be fun to see. But overall, yeah, this was not the episode we were expecting, but it was pretty great nonetheless. Any other thoughts?
Um, the ending theme is like one of my favorite Sentai songs. Like, it'll just be playing in my head while I'm at work.
Yeah, it was pretty stuck in my head too, but now the 01 opening is stuck in my head. So it's been replaced. Now that we finally got the
I need to listen to the
visuals.
01 opening more. But yeah,
Yes.
that is rock solid. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow for more Kamen Rider 01, and we'll return to Power Rangers Beast Morphers this Thursday. Sorry we missed last week, but we'll make it up to you. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Yep, thanks for listening.